So we have here a new projector, and this was a projector by, I'm just going to say what it, HYTOBP. It is a Wi-Fi 6, Bluetooth 5.2 autofocus. It says 4K support, but realize that's 4K in. It will downsample it down to 1080p. It can be an outdoor movie projector or indoor. Auto 60 keystone, so it should make sure that everything's nice and straight. 50% zoom, home theater, 4K projector for phone, TV sticks, PCs, etc., etc. $299. 5 reviews, giving it 4.5 stars, which is good. I like that anyone that has intelligent autofocus. That's awesome, right? Higher brightness, 800. Wi-Fi 6 for ultra fast connection, home theater sound. Enjoy a 300-inch giant screen. Now, what I need to invest in at some point is an actual screen so I can try some of this out. But you know what? On paper, it looks good. This is the box. We're just kind of doing a quick first look at it. We will set it up just to see. Same thing on the back here. Not a lot of words writing. Fairly large box, of course, which I guess is good. This has got to open some way here. And in the box, what do we get? We get a manual, which is excellent. We get a power cable. We get a remote, and the remote it's just like pretty much every other remote that you get with these. And we get an HDMI cable. Now, this projector, as I can see, this is the first time I've opened this. This projector is a bit larger, right? It's really a full size. So if you're looking for something that you can possibly take camping or, something like that, something that's small that you can just bring around with you. This would be, it's doable for sure, but it is larger. It does say outdoors, but we'll see what we think. We're going to do it indoors. So hopefully it works indoors as well, because that's also important. Oh, I like the texture. That's kind of snazzy. See the texture on the top? Right? Oh, I like that. That's nice. It's a very simple looking projector, which I also like. One button on the back for power. On the front, of course, it looks like you're going to have your, maybe your infrared receiver. You're going to have your actual lens with the lens cover. There you go, which is nice. On the bottom, of course, you're going to have your feet. Do any of these come off? They may, but I'm not gonna. And then on the side, this is where your power goes. Other side, nothing. And then on the very back here, as you can see, we have our HDMI in, an auxiliary. I'm guessing these are outs, possibly, so you can go out to speakers. So auxiliary out, an AV out, a USB in. So if you want to be able to connect this to a USB stick with files on it or an external hard drive, and then an Ethernet. It says, attention, this is the cooling air outlet right here. So make sure that you don't cover it. And it does say it's recommended to be at least 20 centimeters away from a wall so that it has the ability to breathe. That's nice looking. I do like that, right? You guys, it's probably hard to see there, but there's your front, right? There's the top with that cool texture. I'm wondering if these are like speaker grills. I'm always curious how well a projector, sound-wise can do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go upstairs. I'm going to connect this. I'm hoping that I have some batteries somewhere because, of course, the remote's going to need batteries. I'm going to see if I can connect it even maybe with my phone. And it's not dark out, but really this is a good time for testing because I want to see how bright it is even when there's a fair bit of light outside. So let's go upstairs and we'll plug it in and see what we see. See. Oh, okay, let's go upstairs. Okay, guys, so I had to do a voiceover because I had the camera set up on the fan, so a little voiceover going over top of this. But you can see that when you turn it on, it pretty much instantly, once you choose the language, goes through a focusing phase where it sets itself up. And once you do that, you do get the chance to go into your language, which I'm going to set to English. And at this point, you can actually set up your password to go through. It does say for sure that you want to make sure that the back where the fan is, that you
pull it, you know, at least 20 centimeters away from a wall so it can breathe properly. But there's where your USB, your AV, your HDMI, and any kind of mirroring that you want to do. But there's a few other things just in case the correction, the automatic correction doesn't go right, that you can play with. But let's jump into the settings here. And you'll actually see that we have projector settings, which is probably the big one that most of us will do. And, you know, we'll just go through some of these right here. You can see what they have. Of course, these are pretty standard for focusing and keystone and corner correction. So if you want to make any adjustments, this, of course, allows you, this is on the remote to allow you to choose your input. The other thing that we have the ability to do is go into the other settings. So these are going to be things like power settings, things like that, screensavers if you want them to come in, screensaver timeouts. So if the screensaver only goes for a certain amount of time before it actually just turns off. So kind of cool. But what we're going to do here is actually try. Now, when I did this, I had some issues getting it to work with my actual iPhone. You guys will kind of see here. This is for setting it up with an iPhone, or you can set it up with a computer. So if you're doing the iOS app mirroring, even though it says iOS app mirroring, it will work on a Mac. Basically, it's like an AirPlay setting so that you can go in here. But simple thing is that you, on your phone, you should just have to connect to your actual Wi-Fi of the projector, and then it should, in theory, work. But all I could get it to do was send audio out. So it would send audio to it, but I couldn't get it to send actual video through this. So that was, I don't know if that's an issue or if that's just something with my phone, or if there needs to be a firmware upgrade or something. I'm not 100% sure, but I could just get audio coming through that. So we're going to attempt to do it with the MacBook. The actual instructions are the same. Basically, again, you're going to go into your Wi-Fi on your MacBook, and you're going to connect it to the actual Wi-Fi that's being put out by the projector. And at that point, it should function. So we're going to actually set that up to see if it works. Just one sec. Now, the one thing to realize here is that the little visual instructions on there, that it is for an older Mac operating system, so the new ones are a little different. But as you can see here, screen mirroring worked perfectly, and resolution and everything was really good. And at this point in time, we're actually, you know, this isn't nighttime. This is mid-afternoon in the bedroom, so it's working really good. Now, the one thing to realize is that if you are coming from your Mac and you are Wi-Fi connected to this, you are not connected to the internet. Now, I don't know if there's an option somewhere in the projector to be able to actually have the projector to connect to the internet. But at this time, if you're trying to stream things from your phone or your computer, let's say YouTube, then like I was trying to do, it's not going to function. This is going to function only if the video source that you're trying doesn't need internet. So if you have downloaded movies or downloaded TV shows or anything like that, it should be fine. Of course, I have a video that's on my desktop right here, so we'll just play that so you can see. Now, again, you're not going to hear the sound, but I have to say the speakers out of this little projector are surprisingly good. And it's got a lot of bass for such a little projector. You know, I have tried a fair bit of projectors in the past, and I was shocked actually at how well these projectors, or this projector, actually put out volume. It was quite good, and the low end was actually really good. So I was very pleased with the sound quality that came out of it. And again, you know, if you look at this is pushing fairly large. I would say this right now is 150 inches across right now. And the fonts are good. Again, this is pushing out in 1080p. The fonts are good. Everything is readable. You get a little soft in the corners, but again, I can't tell exactly if the automatic, you know, focus and the automatic keystone was dead on. So you may want to go in again, because you can play with it in the settings. So if you need to, you can. I can really see why this is getting 4.5 stars, because I think it was 4 stars that this was getting, 4.5, something like that. It's quite good, and at $299 US, not bad at all. So if you're looking for a projector for work or for home or something like that, realize that, you know, even in the daytime, let's say you had this for a classroom, you would have no problems being able to read what's on the screen. Brightness actually is pretty good. Now, if you have direct sunlight coming in, of course, that's maybe an issue, but this was being shot, you know, early to mid-afternoon, and yeah, very good. You can see a little bit in the corner here, like where it says rollover image to zoom on the actual side there, that there's a bit of an issue, but not too bad. Anyways, if you guys are interested in this projector, I will have links down below, and I think it's a win. All right, guys, links down below. We'll see you guys next video. Later.